I've recently beaten Shadowbringers and people did not lie. This expansion is the best schizophrenic episode one could ever delve into. It's the equivalent of taking too much acid in the middle of nowhere, and when you're tripping too hard you decide to smoke some weed to calm down, but that just enhances every single thing. But in a good way. One quest at a time I made it through the story, passing the credits into Endwalker. Just one more expansion to seal off the whole journey so far. I was so excited. Every expansion I've played through so far had only gotten better and better. There were so many questions that needed answers. I needed to see how everything would play out.
The stage is set, but will our heroes deign to play their part?
Not yet. Before we get to that, this expansion was too much of an experience for me to not shill my 2 cents on the many things I liked and the one thing I disliked, because as everyone knows, only my opinion matters. None of you exist. None of this is real. Life is a lie. There will be a lot of spoilers, not only on this game, but Detroit Become Human and Life is Strange. You've been warned. Through the final arc of post Stormblood, I really thought Shadowbringers would be some paranoia, psychosis, delving in and out of mania themed expansion where your shoulder would be the main villain.
Now I have you.
But what I got was even better. Shadowbringers is an unpredictable roller coaster of events which always leaves you searching for that final key to make everything make sense in this sun-filled fuck fest, whilst the tension of the overarching problem glooms over you. Once you get whatever that final key is, you only find yourself to be even more confused. This feeling, however, also comes with satisfaction as you're content with the progression you've made. Visually, with the night sky shimmering from day, and detectively, since you figure out the motives and backstories to the quote-unquote villains and mothers. It's the perfect combination of growing dread and uncertain hope. This is Kai Shi. Oh shit, sorry mate, this couple wants me dead because I can't play it. I'm so hungry, lad. Kai Shi is undoubtedly the best character in this whole game. His accent, man, is so juicy. God, I hope he's an Endwalker.
You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
And the fact that these two waste men almost got him killed over a painting makes them irredeemable cunts forever. Oh, what the hell, you built that, bro? You got a lot of talent in you. You are forgiven. What I love most about Shadowbringers is the fact that every individual you meet throughout the game has a rich story behind the way they are. You will find yourself being frustrated at or even hating many of the characters throughout the story. Magnus is an unhelpful drunk, Vor3 is a whiny bitch baby, and Emet-Selch is a fucking catfish. But they have very legitimate reasons for being this way. Magnus's whole family is dead, Vor3 is brain dead, and Emet-Selch watched everything he ever knew die and has to put up with us bits of slime. Imagine for a second if Final Fantasy was a pick your path game.
You have to shoot me, honey.
Please, no.
And everything was based on Ascians, with Emet-Selch being the main character. Imagine watching everything you ever know get Thanos snapped 13 different ways backwards, everything gone. All essence of what made your universe work, gone. Your family, your friends, the structure to your life and society, the rules of what made your species work, your future, your hopes and dreams, all dead. How far would you go to get it all back? Which morals and values would you be willing to break to bring everything you know and love back? And don't you dare say, no, I wouldn't do anything. Well, I'm not one to judge, even though I just did. If you're like that, then good on you. But if you've ever played, say, Life is Strange, and you picked saving Chloe over the town, or you played Detroit Become Human, and had your patience broken from all the abuse you got to the point you were finally willing to start bombing Detroit into nothing, it's a thought-provoking question to ask yourself. This question gets more and more real when you realize you aren't even necessarily the good person here, and at the end of the day you're just two different soldiers on the same story, fighting for the primal you believe in. So it's pretty much politics. Okay, never mind. So nonetheless, we continue on the story to consume a bunch of light, only to get bent over by Emmett Selk at the very end.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side! Wait,
We're so fucked. Times were getting tense. This soundtrack was getting on B. I thought that everything was lost, down, bad, and done. Don't worry, mate. We're gonna go on a quest together. You can come with me. Pick a duty, any duty, pick any duty. Come on, play as me. Bruv, not this. This wasn't the actual order of the story, but it was fitting. The one thing I disliked about Shadowbringers, and a sort of recurring thing that I don't like about this game as a whole, is, brace yourselves, I know some of you are about to explode, the duty system. And they seem to be getting harder and harder. If you like it, then good for you again. I'm sure if the duty system got bad feedback, they'd rework it or get rid of it as a whole. But I'll put you into my head for just a second. This little monkey brain cannot learn things on a whim, and is too attached to his own make-believe character to even want to try. I don't like it, I fail, and I cry. And yes, you could make the argument switch it to very easy mode, and to that I say, who switches it on very easy mode, huh? I definitely don't switch it to very easy mode, no, I beat it on the normal mode, yes, that's me. I don't know, man, maybe I just suck. I would just love to be able to replay such important or tense events that I felt in the story. It was so mind-expanding to be able to invade Yulmore with our plan to confront this sexy man, whilst having everyone realize the delusion they were living in, or walking through your own adventure so far, being put in the position to kill those you love to realize the delusion you were living in. The emotional, intense parts being Thancred and fighting to see who will be the better dad. That's the only exception I give to playing as a different character. Or when you were in a totally unknown place, feeling the full force of sin eaters, sin eating every single sin they can eat. Even though I'd want to bash my monitor's teeth in whilst playing some of these duties, in my opinion I would have preferred these to be multiplayer experiences that I can relive and take a trip down memory lane one day with friends. However, I also understand that these moments had more leeway to be more pivotal because it was a single player experience. Walking away from a duty, even if I loved it or hated it, always felt like a really rewarding experience. Squeenix must have some sort of psychology team plotting back at HQ, because the amount of times I'd walk out from quest to quest feeling anxiety, solace, homeliness, loneliness, but still at peace and headstrong on the task ahead felt insane. Tell me this music track doesn't ring an unknown nostalgic bell in you, almost like a core memory you've forgotten about as being yearned for. There is just one more piece missing from this emotion-fested high. What the fuck? Alright, everyone stick to the book, relax, stay away from me now. Fuck the book, I'm done, I'm stressed. What? There's a dead man next to me. Who do you think you are? Who do you think I am? Bruv, the colours, the animation, the everything. More. Less. Oh, fuck. The gameplay in Final Fantasy only gets more and more mad with each expansion, and Shadowbringers is no exception. It's honestly fascinating how this game, and any good MMO or level up game, manages to near perfect the balance of making your character feel more and more capable whilst toughening up the enemies. However they designed this, they nailed inducing that feeling of hyperactivity, vulnerability and panic into you every single time. time. Sometimes the ground shapes and splices in different ways. Same symbols will have different effects, and there will be different ways to adapt and mitigate those type of attacks. The black circles, the purple circles, the big purple circles, the blue lasers that trigonometrically don't even make sense, the quick time events, the circles with 2 lions, circles with triangles. What does this even do? Does it even do anything? You don't get to know what it does. You just mash your buttons and hope for the best. The arenas will crumble and explode around you, and some of these symbols will try to indicate that, but you won't know. You won't know. Good luck. Gameplay in a game keeps the game alive because it's gameplay. And this expansion definitely delivered. It adds that final layer to the pizza to make it complete. The meat topping from the hope and dread in the story is good enough for specific game genres, but taking that occasional bite of spicy pepperoni, pineapple, ham, ghost chili pepper, submerging you in panic. But determination is what I personally really live for. And it will happen again and again and again, sending signals off in your brain at different rates in different ways at different times until your brain fried. We have a lot of food analogies in this video, huh? I want to take a break, I'm starving. Upon making it back to Eorzea, I continue with post Shadowbringers, dealing with the messed up, the hopeless situation. I totally forgot about an Eorzea.
This is fine, it's not my problem.
Mission by mission, it took a while to come to terms with everything that just happened. The mysterious masked men we saw from level 1 were actually now defeated. The god I've been following since level 1 wasn't really a god. My old friend, my even older enemy, the warrior of darkness, was now dead. Or was he the warrior of light in that world? Can there be 2 warriors of darkness and light in both worlds, or am I the warrior of light and he's this is too confusing. Fuck you, I'm glad you're dead. What? I was kidding. I was joking. And that's why Shadowbringers' story is praised by many. There's a lot of bittersweetness behind your actions and every character's existence, but the expansive development they all eventually go through. The puzzling, vulnerable dilemma of how to combat something that you're so praised for back at home. The glitzy rhythm game, dopamine exploding mechanics paired with a soundtrack that unlock feelings of extreme hype or solacing nostalgia. The cherry on top being the golden thread of the in-depth lore of how this universe works. I never got into that, but it's there. But let's not lie, if Kai Shear wasn't in Shadowbringers, this expansion, no, this game would be trash, 0 out of 10. So like I said at the beginning of this video, acid trip, then smoke more weed. But like every addiction, you can never stop with one. So I went and picked up the first Endwalker quest to start anew and relive the whole experience again. Excitement was building up. I was still so invested, and then I just didn't want to. I initially figured it was burnout, so I went and used my free time on some other games. However, during all this, there was still a pull to go back to Final Fantasy. So one day I logged in and stared at that damn quest line with boredom and pressure. Then it hit me. See, I have become the person I was once so hyped to become in my first video essay about this game. I look sick, I'm in a fucking clique, and I'm able to navigate through boss mechanics I was once bedazzled by when initially researching this game. Okay, the last one's a lie, but let me live in a fantasy. A Final Fantasy. Look at my armor, man. Look at my armor. My armor's so fucking sick. I'm so fucking good at this game, bro. But with all this, I'm skillless, apartmentless, let alone houseless, and reputationless. I don't have anything, can't really fly anywhere apart from the Realm Reborn zones. I can't craft a single thing. Hell, I haven't even completed the quest My Feisty Little Chocobo. It's been sitting there in the back of my quest log like some used up STD riddled dildo. Well, I hope it's not STD riddled. That would indicate a little bit of bestiality. Why are we talking about bestiality? Not me, but I haven't even ERP'd in this game. My character is still a virgin. So with this, I had a new goal in mind, or about like 10 of them. I decided to pick up crafting first. It couldn't be that hard, right? Every piece of gear, everything would be mine for keeps and available for resale on the market board. My dream was coming true. I would be the best Final Fantasy player ever by honing in on this niche and creating my own monopoly. That's enough for today. Yep, job done today. Very good. Tomorrow I will... I can't lie, I don't have the patience for this. With me clearly mastering everything there is to know ever about the crafting system and hopefully flooding the market board one day, I decided that it was time that with me being the savior of not only one but 2 universes now, needed a house to live in or an apartment to live in. I didn't really have the money for it, but hey. So off I went to buy one house, please. No. What? What do you mean no? I've got the money. Why does this game hate money? It turns out the grand company system, which I've long neglected, has come to bite me in the back. Because in order to get an apartment, you need to get one of these ranks. I forgot which one. It's one of the high. I worked on it a little bit, but shit. I'll get started on that later. For the next while, I'd log in and log out, trying different things here and there. It would always end the same way. I'll do it later. I wanted really badly to specialize in something in this game, but my attention span is the size of a donkey and I couldn't commit to anything I tried. Life is like a treadmill. You gotta keep walking, otherwise you and everything you're responsible for will fall behind and eventually crumble into pieces. I know, I've got that pure intellect that you all came here for. Man, I should be a monk. And that's exactly what I did. Leveling. Truth is, in all honesty, I like my games fast, hard, raw. Don't think about it. The most fun I've ever had with Final Fantasy, and in any other game to be honest, is where I have to keep a tally of 5 different things in my head, apart from healing. Fuck that. Whilst trying to stay alive, figuring out the best way to do damage and have my whole screen filled with colours, explosions and bang glitches to the point our skulls drown in epilepsy. And Monk accomplishes that perfectly. Oppo, Raptor, Co, 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack, 4 stack. Am I gonna main Monk? Hell no, it's too confusing and a scythe is every emo's dream ever, but it's goddamn fun. Getting Aether Currents and working on little quests here and there feels more engaging and rewarding when I'm doing it in small bursts, taking in between breaks to shove my fist in the throat. And I'm sure once I get older and more crusty, my brain eventually won't be able to handle more dopamine eruptions, and I'll eventually find satisfaction in more peaceful, thoughtful things to do out there. Mainly because I still want those things out there which take a little more patience to get. I'm excited to start Endwalker and I'm ready to experience all the high and low feelings you'd feel in a good story. I've just found a longing for a gaming experience that floods gasoline. I need to stop. But anyway, so in the meantime, I'm gonna master Monk and learn how to not be fucking useless in alliance raids. As for the goal in getting an apartment, the goal to get money, the goal to get literally anything in this game, and the experience I'll have playing through Endwalker, I'll get to it later. I'm busy.